And what's going on, guys? Mini call here coming at you at the main account actually right now with Khaleesi. So I just bought the Silver Surfer offer for $19. Actually bought it twice to get the essentially 3-star Silver Surfer unlock. So boom, we've got him right down over here. We're going to favorite him real fast. First thing we are going to kind of look at is going to be I'm going to open up some red stars for Silver Surfer first. We're then going to build him up a little bit and see kind of just how he plays initially, see if we can get some good red stars on him, and just see kind of what happens. So I'm just over here, I'm just launching a couple raids real fast for the Alliance to kind of get that going. In the background, I will be on mini call, so I might be kind of looking side to side a little bit. That's just because I'll be kind of clicking on Mini as well as Dracarys. Since the game was down for so long, I do have quite a bit of built-up raid energy, so I do want to make sure that I am spending that, because that's definitely probably one of my biggest pet peeves, is sitting on full raid energy. I just think is awful. So I'm just making sure real fast on Mini that I've got a nocturnal team going. So anyway, so while that's kind of going on in the background, just go in here. We are going to look at our orbs. We've got 25 orbs saved up for Silver Surfer, so we will see how we do just with kind of normal Scopely isms. I want to make sure that he is actually in the Red Star store, because that happens a lot where they say a character is supposed to be there and then they're actually not. So we just want to make sure that he is down here at his increased drop rate. So boom, there he is, 15%. So okay, so we are certainly good to go as far as opening up these orbs. So let's give it a whirl. We're going to keep our fingers crossed. Hopefully we get some good pulls for Silver Surfer. Like I said, right now we have him at 3 stars, so because we did do the double buy. I'm thinking with this amount, I should at least be able to get probably one Elite Four, if not two, but it'll just kind of depend on the drops. So let's see what happens. With Khaleesi, I think I've got pretty much all of the characters at probably close to 3 stars, 3 red stars rather. So pretty much anything 3 or higher is good. So boom, we're starting off pretty good. We've got a 3-star, 3 red star Silver Surfer. So that is certainly a great start. Let's see if we can get another good drop down here. Ideally, if we can get like a 4 or a 5-star drop, that is going to be obviously the most ideal. Silver Surfer is shaping up to be kind of a meta, like, groundbreaking character. So the higher we can do on him, obviously, the better. So we're just going to kind of keep hoping. I think long term, even if you do kind of pull low red stars, I still think he's going to be a pretty good character. But obviously, the more red stars, the better. So doing okay so far, nothing too crazy. We're going to need some much bigger pulls if we are going to get to 2 Elite Fours. Definitely thinking, obviously, we have the 1. Hopefully, we can get a couple more good pulls, and that'll maybe get us to a second one. And I'm honestly not too sure how I'm doing on my Elite Fours, Elite Fives, in regards to, like, if I pull one Elite Four that's a dupe, if it's going to get me an Elite Five, etc. So we'll look at that in just a couple minutes. Got 5 more pulls to kind of go through. Let's see. All right, we're doing pretty good. So that's a 4-star Red Surfer. So that is definitely. Normally, I would say for, depending on the type of character, that would be an okay stopping point for a lot of characters. 4 stars definitely makes a character, pretty relevant. But like I said, Silver Surfer is one of those like meta, like game changing characters. So if we can get higher on him, we certainly are going to try. Um, so boom, we were able to get. We have 2 Elite Fours. So let's go on over that way. And then I'm actually only 1k away from an Elite 5. So any 4-star dupe will get me an Elite 5. And I'm actually only 1k away from an Elite 6. So any duplicate 5s from that Elite 5 will give me a Elite 6 pull. So let's see what happens. Feeling pretty good so far with these orb pulls. So we'll see if our luck kind of continues. So we've got a Coulson, which is a dupe. So that does give us an Elite 5 pull, which is awesome. And we actually have a duplicate Scarlet Witch. So now we're going to go on down. Let's try that Elite 5. So if we get a duplicate Elite 5, that is going to translate to then giving us a chance to pull an Elite 6. So let's keep our fingers crossed, see what happens on this one. Wasp, which was not a duplicate, so a little unfortunate, but it is an upgrade, so I'll take it. So not too bad for a set of orb pulls. As things are kind of going on by, I will probably pull a couple more red stars and just see, kind of what happens. So let's go over to Silver Surfer. We will promote him up a little bit. Give him his much needed red stars. So we managed to do 4 red, which is certainly a great starting point for Silver Surfer. Let's go ahead and take him up. I'll spend. Let's see actually where we are at gold. Alright, so we haven't really maxed out anything. So I will spend probably about 2 mil just to take him up initially. We'll gear him up a little bit and can take him into a blitz fight, see how he does there, and we can also take him into the beta raid. Which, beta is super easy, but so let's go ahead and take him on up as high as we can. So I'm going to spend 2 mil as far as gold right now. After server reset at 7 o'clock, I will go in and probably finish leveling him up. Let's see. All right, we can get him to at least 65, which is great. That gives him all of his abilities at 664. So we'll go in, gear him up a little bit, and then we will take him into a blitz fight and just kind of see how he does, see how the character performs, if he is performing as well as anticipated, and whatnot. So boom, let's see. I don't think I've been spending Mystic Gear all that much, so he should be a pretty easy character, I think, to bring up. We can see what his unique is, as far as, what's required for him for Gear Tier 13 and higher. And we'll be able to see that once he gets into his purple gear, and you can kind of figure out what his unique is. So let's see. So boom, we've got him into purple finally. So if we go on over here and look, his unique, it's actually not on this level, it's going to be the next one for us, so level 10. All right, so his unique, which actually isn't too bad. I've got quite a bit of these saved up. I'm a little surprised, to be honest. This is normally associated with mutants. This is the Astral Energy, so this mini unique is shared by Phoenix. I think, who else uses this? Phoenix, Iceman, and there's a couple other characters that I want to say use that as well. So that's surprising. I'm actually a little bit surprised by that. Yes, it is Astral Energy, so that I guess kind of goes with his character. But I'm just a little surprised that it's an actual mutant unique, or one that's shared by Phoenix and Iceman. Which Phoenix, I guess, kind of makes sense. Cosmic entity and all that stuff. But anyway, so it looks like for right now we can take him up to gear tier 10. We are a little short on those mystic pieces to get him up a little bit higher. I'm going to do a quick check in the store and see if any of his gear is in the store. His basic, I think, is going to be pretty insane. Certainly look at his T4s and just kind of look at which are going to be kind of the best to do first. I definitely think he is going to be one of those characters very similar to Ultron, Black Bolt, Thanos even, where I think a lot of his T4s, it's looking like you can probably invest in all of them, and it really is not going to be a bad spend. I'm thinking probably what I'll do first, I think his passive is the one that gives him the speed up. So I definitely want that done first. Having him have his speed is certainly important, and this looks like it also gives him that healing that he will need. So boom. Actually, his passive, T4, it's okay. It's certainly good. It's definitely maybe not the one I will be going for first. Let's just look over here. This one is definitely insane. Clearing immunity and applying heal block for 2 turns. That is incredible. This one, same thing. Applying disrupted for 2 turns. Pretty insane. And then his, transferring all positive or negative effects. That's pretty insane also. So definitely shaping up to be a monster character. Basic, special, ultimate, all really good. Going to buy a couple things real fast in the store, and we will see if there's actually any additional mystic gear for our newly unlocked Silver Surfer. So actually there is some right here. We'll grab that. And yeah, so one thing to basically, I guess, start considering is definitely as you are seeing those astral energies, especially the gold variation, definitely a good idea to start stocking up on those, as those will be needed to gear him up. With his sustain, his damage, definitely a phenomenal candidate for Dark Dimension. Obviously, the arena meta, he is going to shake that up, and then war offense, he's going to be a great character, and I'm not really seeing too many game modes that he is probably going to be slouching in. Normally I would not buy something like this, especially since I should be saving my war credits, but I want to hopefully take him to gear tier 11 and just kind of see how he really performs. So hopefully that was enough to get him to 11. It wasn't. We will go ahead and pop that in. I'll finish equipping what I can, see what I'm missing, and then we will go ahead and take him into battle. I will probably wrap up the video at that point. And yeah, so I think what I'm going to do, I'm actually going to... we're going to go ahead and T4 this now. This is just, a wonderful ability, especially with Stryker. So, kind of the thinking behind this is if he has no effects, let's just say he has got a bunch of debuffs, when he hits, he's going to transfer all of his negative effects to the primary target. And then what's going to happen as a Stryker is when he does that secondary attack, he's then going to take all the positive effects from his target also. So it's just a phenomenal little move right there. So yeah, so let's go ahead. We'll take him into Blitz and see how he does. Give me just a second on this. All right, so let's go ahead. We'll take him into a battle. We'll see how he performs, and let's see. Let's go ahead and take him in. we are going to do kind of a Dad Bros Fury situation. I'm going to get rid of this Shield Assaulter right here, and I'm going to go ahead and add in the Silver Surfer. I didn't actually stop to see where he is power-wise, so let's just filter this a little bit to make it a little easier for us. So boom, we've got Cosmic. Where are you, Silver Surfer? Cosmic. All right, there he is. So 40k. So he's not super beefy, but he is certainly nothing to laugh at. I think this is going to be a perfect fight. We are looking at the Black Order right here. Silver Surfer is supposed to be kind of a one-man counter, and I'm an idiot, and I simmed that. So let's take that off sim and actually do the fight. This team, or Silver Surfer, is designed to counter the Black Order. I'm sure a lot of that is going to be, level and somewhat gear dependent, but we can see how they do in this first fight and just kind of see how they shape up, essentially. So we are going to go on in as soon as this loads on up. I'm going to keep this on 1 speed just to kind of pay attention to what's happening as far as buffs and all that stuff. Curious. Wasn't sure if anyone... I'm actually looking on Mini over here, and there's actually the ability... And I'm guessing maybe it's an error, but it's showing the ability to sim Blitz, or like to sim my raid fight, which I've never seen before. So that's definitely weird. I think that might be a bug that is going on. So I'm going to take a picture of that real fast, and that's just really kind of strange. But anyway, so let's get into this fight. So we have our... Silver Surfer, everyone else has died, so let's see what we can do. So this is going to apply ability block, clear charged, heal block, and all that stuff, so that's a good one. This one, apply disrupted. Alright, so let's do this on Cull. So let's see how this special performs, if he's actually able to land these disrupteds. So let's see. So we got disrupted on him, which is certainly a great start to the fight. We will go in now with the Dad Bros and see what they do. Let's go ahead and use his ultimate. This should crit, and let's see what happens there. All right, so shaping up so far so good. Definitely Silver Surfer kind of creates this really interesting dynamic where it really kind of brings some theory crafting back to the game where, kind of in the past, like if you didn't if you didn't kind of use the cookie cutter teams in like Arena, it kind of got to the point where like you basically... Arena right now, for example, for Khaleesi, it's all Black Order. There's really no hybrid teams. There's no thinking. It's just you kind of try to do as best as you can, and then hope for best, and that's really it. But prior to the Black Order, the Arena meta was very different, where you had a lot of hybrid teams, and it was just really interesting to kind of build different teams. And so that was kind of cool. But anyway, so let's kind of just keep this fight going. The Dad Bros are kind of getting their counters going, or not their counters, but they're getting their crits going, which is getting their speed up. So far they're doing pretty good. The shield part of the team fell apart pretty quickly, and part of that is because, my shield team, I've never worked on them, so they're super weak, and they've just never been kind of a priority for me. So I'm not surprised that that team died pretty quickly. But let's see if we are able to kind of 3-man the Black Order. And it's looking like that right now there is a bug currently in the system with U7. Raid flights seem to be non-launchable, which is kind of unfortunate, especially since the game was down for so long. We did just lose our Silver Surfer down there. He did fall to Thanos, and I don't necessarily think this is a reflection of Silver Surfer himself. I think it's just a reflection of my current Silver Surfer and what his his abilities are at. Looking at that Thanos right there, I mean that's probably like a G14 at the very least. Thanos, but they did do pretty well. I'm not mad at it. Certainly not as like crazy OP, at least at this level. But we'll see. Definitely curious to see how he performs. I will certainly do an update once I kind of get him a little bit higher. Just want to do maybe one more fight, see how he performs again. But yeah, so he's definitely shaping up so far to be a really good character. I think once I get more stars on him, actually get him geared up a little bit, I think it's going to be a much better kind of situation. I can certainly do an updated video once I do get some gear on him, a little bit more gear on him, get him a little bit higher up in the levels. But let's see how he does on this one. This is not such of a crazy disadvantage, I would say. So let's go ahead, let's pop his ult off and see how that does. So pretty cool looking, definitely some cool animation. He applied heal block on everyone and ability block on Captain America. So that was pretty cool. We're going to pop this back up to 3 speed, and when we get back to Silver Surfer, we will go back down to 1. Obviously, very easily kind of handling this team with the Dad Bros and Silver Surfer. Definitely probably not the permanent home for my Silver Surfer, but I am kind of thinking about a hybrid X Factor Silver Surfer team. Is certainly something I am considering, especially since X Factor is still missing a member. So we will see. All right, so we've got Silver Surfer. Let's go ahead and use his basic. So in theory, what should happen here is, so let's see, as we're reading this. So he doesn't have any negative effects. So what should happen, and this is probably going to kill the Hulk, but he should actually probably take Death Proof, if I'm reading this correctly. So let's see. Long shot assisted, and because the match ended, we didn't get to see. But in theory, he should have taken that Death Proof. So I'll be curious to see like how that mechanic works, if that actually works the way it is in game. Let me see. So we've got another Black Order team. It's another pretty big Thanos, but I am curious. Let's just go ahead and see what happens with this as well. But so let's see how he does with one more kind of Black Order attempt and kind of see what happens. So, like I said, I don't think he is quite at the level yet to be this like crazy Black Order killer. He is not quite there yet. And I think kind of a big thing too with Silver Surfer is he is going to need to be at kind of that 3-star level in order to be able to, not that 3-star level, it's getting up to that 3 times speed point. I am curious, I want to see if, so when I hit Cull, it should transfer all of my negative effects over, but I don't want to do that quite yet. So let's start off again with the ultimate. I'm going to keep this on 3 speed for right now and just kind of see if we can do a little bit better than that first Black Order attempt. And like I said, just see. Again, I'm not super optimistic because, like I said, I do still have a very baby Silver Surfer. He is still rocking his boogie board and has not earned his full-on surfboard. But we are doing so far a little bit better than that first attempt. You can see here I did take out Corvus Glaive and Proxima, so we're doing a little bit better than our first attempt. I'm curious. So he's got that double tap. So let's see. So when we do this first attack, it should transfer our offense down to Cull, and then our second tap should actually steal all of these buffs. So let's see what happens. So Cull resisted. That's a bit on the annoying side. We did our second tap, but we did get all of those positive effects, obviously with the exception of Taunt. Taunt doesn't trance over, but so at least that part worked. I think as Surfer gets built up a little bit higher and his focus gets higher, you won't run into those resistance as much. But so let's see. Let's go ahead and pop the Disrupted on Cull. And he did get that double tap. So you just saw there, Silver Surfer got another heal. And I'm going to slow this down after Shatterstar goes. And it just kind of shows the healing he gets. So he got another 6k heal just from basically anyone taking a turn. So we stacked some more death proofs. We attacked again. And boom, so because Thanos is going, Silver Surfer is getting another heal, which, you know, again, like I said, my Silver Surfer is a baby right now, but I think as he gets much higher up in the levels, and obviously certainly gets a lot stronger, it's going to be pretty cool, you know, where he's going to be healing himself for so much health, because it's 5% of his max health every turn. So, you know, while he's a little baby Silver Surfer, it's probably not as noticeable, but I think when he gets up there a lot higher, it really is going to make a big difference. So Dad Bros over here are getting their crits on and starting to get some pretty good turn meter. And they both have got some serious barrier going on right now. I actually think we might win this fight. So basically a 3v5 versus Black Order, and we managed a win. Don't want to count my chickens before they hatch, but kind of Longshot and Shatterstar are in a awesome, like, super turn up. You'll notice Thanos and Maw have not gone in quite a bit. And boom, there we go. We got a 3v5, essentially, versus Black Order. They did great. Like I said, I think that Silver Surfer will certainly start to really kind of flex a little bit once I get him built up more. But for starters, I am super satisfied with how this team performed. Silver Surfer, definitely a great character. Looking forward to building him up a little bit further. Please like and subscribe for future updates. Thank you so much for watching. Take it easy, and good luck with Silver Surfer.